Welcome back, my dear friends, to CHAISPEED TORAH. Today, we dive deeper into Parsha Shemini. Now, let's ask a difficult question. Why is it that average people make mistakes and keep living? Good people fail and are given time. But the greatest tzaddikim are sometimes punished immediately if Hashem is merciful. Why are the righteous treated more harshly? Parsha Shemini does not avoid this question. It forces us to face it. The Torah tells us that Nadav and Avihu died instantly, but the Sefer you brought is very clear. Their death was not a sign of inferiority. It was a sign of righteousness. They were intensely holy, overwhelmingly motivated by love of Hashem, spiritually refined beyond normal standards. Their actions were not rebellion. They were overflow. When they saw heavenly fire, they felt, how can we not respond? How can we stand still? Their mistake was not desire. It was excess closeness without full submission. Torah says Nadav and Avihu were punished. Midah keneged midah. They kindled fire, so the fire consumed them. Hashem said it as it were. We will see which fire prevails, mine or yours. This is not cruelty, it is clarity. Hashem was teaching. Divine service cannot be shaped by human passion, even holy passion. Now comes one of the most important mishalim, and two shirts. We have two shirts, one colored, one snow white. Which one would look dirtier with the same stain? Obviously the white one. Not because it's worse, because it's purer. The Torah says the soul of a tzaddik is like a white garment. The slightest blemish appears catastrophic. What an average person can survive, a tzaddik cannot carry. Not because Hashem is strict, but because the tzaddik is too refined. Not because Hashem is strict. Now, why were they punished immediately? Well, the Torah gives us multiple reasons. They were judged by the highest standards. Tzaddikim are Hashem's intimate companions. There is no room for spiritual delay. The sentence already existed. At Har Sinai, Nadav and Avihu experienced the Shekhinah without sufficient reverence. So, the death sentence was decreed, but postponed. Why postponed? Because prophecy requires joy. Matan Torah could not occur in tragedy. The people would not accept their guilt then, so Hashem waited until their mistake was visible and undeniable. Here's the most sobering idea in the shiur. Their deaths were necessary for Kiddush Hashem. Why? Because this was the inauguration of the Mishkan. If Hashem allowed innovation, emotional improvisation, personal religious creativity, then the message would be, the Torah is flexible. So Hashem declared, better my closest perish than my honor be diminished. This was not punishment alone. It was sanctification. The Torah says, the Edom Aharon was silent. The Torah explains, this was not shock. This was acceptance. When Moshe tells him, your sons are greater than us, Aharon understands their closeness, demanded severity. Their souls were summoned early. Their death was not rejection, but elevation. And because Aaron accepts this fully, Hashem rewards him. From now on, Hashem speaks directly to Aharon. silence becomes prophecy. Now let me give you an example with the story of Rabbi Meir and Bruria. Rabbi Meir loses his 2 sons. Bruria does not scream. She does not collapse. She asks one question. If somebody gives a pledge and demands it back, must it be returned? Yes, Rabbi Meir answers. She reveals the truth, and then only does Rabbi Meir say, Hashem gave, Hashem took, blessed is the name of Hashem. This is Aaron's silence, lived out generations later. This Parsha is not just about fire alone. It's also about closeness. The closer one stands to Hashem, the finer the expectations, the faster the judgment, the greater the Kiddush Hashem. Nadav and Avihu were not taken because they were weak. They were taken because they were too pure to wait. Let that sink in. That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.